Hello everyone, my name is Steven from Stereoscopic NFTs. In this video we will be covering how to migrate or transfer your software wallets or MetaMask wallets to a hardware wallet. And in this video we will be transferring it to a Ledger Nano S. It's just come into focus there, and we'll actually be giving one of those away later on in this video, so stick around for that. Now I have made this video specifically for Enigma economy. However, the steps in the first 70% of this video surrounding the migration is going to be relevant to anyone, whether you're holding NFTs or not, whether your NFTs are staked or not. All of this is going to be relevant. And later on in the video, after I explain the details of the giveaway, I'll have something specifically for the Enigma economy community. So feel free to skip around, there'll be timestamps below. So before I do, I just want to make a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm also not a security expert. I'm simply sharing my own experiences and some of the learnings that I've had in this space. We've seen in the space more recently that the hacks and scams are increasing on a daily basis, and it's so sad to see people's hard-earned money and NFTs being drained from wallets. Before I go into the steps for migration, I would like to clear up a common misconception. When we talk about transferring to a hardware wallet, we're not actually moving cryptocurrencies or NFTs from one place to another with this process. What we're actually doing is relocating our seed phrase or private key off the various devices where we set up our MetaMask account and onto a ledger. You see, when you set up a MetaMask account, you're given the 12-word seed phrase, which is a private key to your various wallets, which is necessary to perform any transaction on the blockchain. When you set up your MetaMask account, this seed phrase is actually stored on the device where you set the account up on. So for example, if you've set up your MetaMask account on your PC, then that seed phrase will be stored on your browser. And if you set it up on mobile, it will be stored in the app, which is a vulnerability because if you're ever hacked or encounter a nasty virus, those seed phrases could be taken and everything in those wallets could be transferred out of your wallets and out of your hands. And so the goal here is to improve the security and reduce the vulnerability of that seed phrase by removing it from all of these devices and storing it on a ledger. In this case, it could be a Trezor or whatever it is that you're using. To simplify this migration process, we're going to break it down into 3 easy steps: recover, eliminate, and connect. We'll start by recovering our seed phrase onto the hardware device. We will then eliminate the seed phrase from all of the other devices. And thirdly, in the connect stage, we'll set up a new MetaMask account and connect our hardware wallet with MetaMask so that we can use it for regular transactions as you'd be accustomed to. Let's get into it. To many of you guys, this would be a familiar scene. We have OpenSea connected to my MetaMask wallet, and we have an NFT here. We have an NFT staked also, and as you can see, we have some Ethereum in this account also. Now, to start off in the first phase, which is the recover phase, we actually need the seed phrase. So many of you guys will have this written down somewhere, as I do. If you don't, you can go to your account settings, come down to security and privacy, and reveal your secret recovery phase. To reveal this, you will need your MetaMask password. So I'm going to pop this in, and I'm not going to blur anything out. I've just set up all these accounts for the purpose of the tutorial. As you can see here, we have our seed phrase. This point you want to write it down because we're going to be copying these seed phrases into the ledger. So we're going to connect our Nano S for the first time. There it is. And this is assuming that you guys have already installed Ledger Live, which is what it interfaces between your MetaMask and your hardware wallet. So we're going to skip over that and go straight to restore from recovery phase. This is the step we need to do to transfer a wallet. If you were setting this up for the first time, you'd just set it up as a new device, at which point you'd be given a 24-word seed phrase. For us, we're restoring from recovery device. Now you're pressing both buttons whenever you want to make a selection. And because we're setting up for the first time, it's asking us to choose a pin. I'm going to do 0, 0, 0, 0, which I do not recommend, but this is just a tutorial. Once you confirm that, you'd need to select the recovery phrase with 12 words, which is what MetaMask uses a 12-word recovery phrase. So we come over to 12 words, and now it's asking you to enter your seed phrase. I'm going to speed this part of the video up so you don't have to watch me tapping away. Okay, so that process took about 3 minutes. It wasn't too long at all. I noticed that I was having some connectivity issues with my Nano, so I have changed the USB cable, and I was previously connecting it through a dock, but I've now connected that directly to the laptop, and I have been able to connect via Ledger Live. So that's just a little trick if you have any problems with connectivity. The next thing we need to do is install an app onto the Nano. You can see that there's support here for many blockchains, but of course the one we're interested in is in Ethereum. Once we press install, it's going to install that on the device. Okay, so it is now installed, and I can see Ethereum, the app, on the device. Sorry, I should have had this moved over. The next step is to add an account. Now these are the accounts that we had previously in MetaMask, so that's what we're looking for. So it's asking us to open the app on the device. And it's now in the process of synchronizing those accounts. So you can see that it's loaded the 2 accounts that we had previously in MetaMask. So I'm going to go ahead and select both of those and press add account. We'll see now that it's added successfully, so we can press done. And if you come into the accounts tab, you can see that those wallets are now listed there, as well as the balances. So that is the completion of the recovery phase, because our seed phrase is now on the ledger, and we're ready to go ahead and move into the eliminate phase. Congratulations, you have completed the recovery phase, and the ledger now has your seed phrase. However, if we were to stop here, we'd be defeating the purpose of increasing our security, because the seed phrase still exists in Chrome or wherever you've set up this wallet on. In our case, we've set up the wallet on Chrome as an extension, and so what we're going to do is remove this extension by right-clicking it and pressing Manage Extension, Remove Extension, Remove, and we're done. The seed phrase no longer exists on the browser, and it's not accessible on this computer. So if anyone was to hack the computer, they would not have access to that seed phrase. Now, you'd also need to uninstall the app if you've ever recovered your seed phrase to the app, and do the same thing for any other browser that you've recovered the seed phrase to. Once you have removed it from all devices and removed all extensions, you have completed the elimination phase, and will now move on to the connect phase. In the connect phase, we are essentially looking at setting up MetaMask to be integrated with our ledger so that we can use all of our favorite apps, such as OpenSea if you're an NFT purchaser. So if you look at Ledger Live, you'll notice that from this app, even without MetaMask installed, you can use the app on the computer to send or receive funds, or buy or sell or swap. However, you're not going to be able to access OpenSea, which I think many of the viewers will be interested in. So to do that, we need to set up a new MetaMask account. So go to MetaMask.io, download the app, and install MetaMask for Chrome. So now we're going to pin this to our browser so that we can see that in the top right there. And you will recognize this screen. It's the first screen you would have seen when you set up MetaMask for the first time. We're going to press Get Started, and we're going to create a wallet. We're not going to import a wallet because we want that seed phrase to stay on the ledger. So here we want to create a new wallet and set up your password. It has to be at least 8 characters. And once we've done that, we will have a brand new MetaMask account, complete with its own seed phrase. So you'll be given a new seed phrase, which I will reveal here, and you'll want to write that down somewhere. This is essentially a standard MetaMask account. This is considered a hot wallet because it's connected to a computer or device. And so I'm going to take a moment to write those down now. Once you've written that down, you can press next, and then you essentially want to select the seed phrase. This is your new wallet. Now you'll notice that this address is not the same address that we had previously, and it's not the same addresses that we have loaded onto our ledger. This is purely a hot wallet. So what we want to do now is connect our Ledger wallet with MetaMask. So to do that, we click our extension, and we want to select our settings, which you can do by pressing in the top right and press Connect Hardware Wallet. We are connecting a ledger, which is what we'll select there. We will press Continue, and here it's saying MetaMask wants to connect to an HID device. This is a Chrome notification, so we're going to select the Nano S and press Connect. And in this case, we just need to write our PIN in the ledger, which I will do now. Okay. So in this part, we want to select our accounts. Now, from the HD path, you would need to select BIP 44 standard. So we've set up our new MetaMask account, and now we're ready to go ahead and connect our hardware wallet. Pressing in the top right, we can select Connect Hardware Wallet, at which point we have a Chrome notification that comes up and says that MetaMask wants to connect to an HID device, Nano S paired. Now, it does need to say paired. You can experiment with this, but I've found in the past that if this says Nano S and not paired, you'll need to type in your PIN code. So make sure that it says paired and press Connect. And we want to select Ledger because that's what we're connecting. And we want to make sure, I'll get the Ledger screen up. We want to make sure that it says application ready. That means that it's all going to be connectable. And in the HD path, we want to leave it as Ledger Live since we've imported those accounts to Ledger Live. And these are the first two, and you can see that we've got our balance there with the first account. So now we can press unlock. Great. And now if we come to our menu, we'll see that we've got not only our new MetaMask account, but we've got our Ledger account here as well. And you can see the little Ledger badge here. That means that we can now use the Ledger to perform transactions. So we'll connect to Ledger 1, and in this example, we will transfer a small amount to another wallet. Let's transfer it to our second Ledger account, and we'll transfer $2.63, 0.001 ETH, and we'll press next here. And here it says, prior to clicking confirm, plug in your Ledger device and select the Ethereum app, which we have done, and it actually says application is ready on the Ledger. So now we can go ahead and press confirm. Now at this point, the transaction is pending, and we need to review the transaction on our Ledger device and tick through the various information. And once you come to accept and send, you can double press to validate, or you can move across and reject it if you decide to as well. In this case, we know that the transaction is ours, so we're going to accept and send. It's taking a few seconds here. I'm probably just going to speed it up. Let's go high. Big spenders. Even to speed up a transaction, we do need to reapprove the transaction. So just confirm that information again and press send. And you'll see there that it's gone straight through. Okay, so that's gone through successfully. We'll see now that we've got a small balance in our second ledger. Now, I'd like to explain the two accounts that I've set up here. So in some videos, they say that once you've set up your new MetaMask account, to change the description so that you don't actually use it. And I would actually recommend against that, especially if you're in the NFT space where things happen very quickly. When it comes to minting or sniping, you really do need to do that from a hot wallet, which is what we have here. A hot wallet being a wallet that's not associated with a ledger for the sake of speed. But there's also security reasons for doing that as well. The NFT space is ripe with scammers. And so what we have here is we've set up two accounts. One is a trusted interactions account and one is a burn wallet. Now, for your trusted interactions, what I recommend using this for is whenever you're interacting with a trusted provider, for example, OpenSea, Enigma Economy, you might have some NFT projects that you're fond of. Llamaverse is another example where you have no doubts about the safety or security of their project, then I would use this. If you're minting a new project, I'd always recommend sending the necessary funds to a burn wallet and minting from the burn wallet. What this does is it means that if you end up signing a contract that is dodgy in whatever way, then that particular address will be compromised and you may lose your funds or NFTs associated with that particular address, but you're not going to lose everything associated with that address. So if we were, for example, to use our ledger, and again, we're trying to be safe, we're doing our transactions from a ledger, but we click a dodgy contract or approve the wrong signature, then that puts everything, even on our ledger, at risk. So I would recommend that when you're using your NFT, doing anything NFT related, that you do it from a hot wallet, and once you've secured those NFTs, transfer them to your ledger. The ledger is a place, or the ledgers are where you want to store your NFTs and your cryptocurrencies. It shouldn't be a place where you're doing quick microtransactions from. So, for example, we've got the V4 mint coming up for Enigma Economy. For that, what I would be doing is transferring the necessary funds to my trusted interactions wallet so that I can mint from there and then send the NFTs once I've purchased them to the ledger and secure them there. There's another project that I'm looking at the moment called Squiggles. It may or may not be authentic. I've had no experience with the project really, except I am whitelisted. In that case, I'll be using my burn wallet to mint my Squiggles. And if there is a problem, then I won't lose anything, just the small amount of money that I transfer to mint the Squiggles. But by minting from there, I won't be putting the rest of my wallet at risk, or the rest of my ledger wallet at risk. So that's how I use my accounts. Two hot wallets, one trusted, one burn wallet, so that if it's ever compromised, you can just stop using it and create another burn wallet. And then I have the ledger, which I have all of my stored NFTs and cryptocurrencies on. So if you're staking NFTs, I'd also recommend to do that from your ledger, because that's where they're going to be staying long term. And in the second half of this video, I'll be explaining how you can stake your Enigma NFTs. But before that, let's get into the giveaway. The moment you've all been waiting for. In today's video, we're giving away one Nano Ledger S to help you with your crypto security. After 1 week, I'll select a random winner, and to enter, all you have to do is to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and follow me on Twitter. my links to the Twitter will be below. And if you do miss the first week and catching this video later, after 1 month, I'll be selecting a second random winner, and I'll get into contact with you guys once we have the winners selected and announcing them on my Twitter also. The rest of this video is specific to the Enigma economy community and those who are interested in how staking the token works when you have a hardware wallet. So keep in mind that if you've transferred your wallet, everything that you had previously staked will still be staked. What we'll do is we'll connect our wallet to the new Ledger account. You'll see that we have a notification come up now. And again, you're going to want to make sure that your Ledger is connected and that you enter your PIN. So I'm just entering my PIN now. We're connected, and we want to connect Ledger 1, which is our original account. So we press next and press connect, and I should share the Ledger screen, and you'll see that we're now connected. And if we scroll down, you'll see that those NFTs that we had originally had on the account before we moved it to Ledger are still here. We have one staked, this one, and one unstaked. So number 638 is currently not staked, but we're going to go ahead and do that together now. So you want to select 638, our unstaked Enigma, and we want to press stake. And in this case, the gas is relatively low, which is nice, because I set this account up for the sake of this tutorial. So obviously we're transferring everything back to my main account once this is done. Okay, so we're going to press confirm. Our ledger is still connected, as we can see. Please enable blind signing or contract data in the Ethereum app settings. This is the first barrier that you will come up with. So we're going to go into our Ledger Live app, which is actually on the device. And so you'll see that that's come up here. So we can acknowledge that. Now the application is ready, and we want to access the settings. Blind signing not enabled. We want to double click to open that, and we'll see that that is now enabled. Blind signing is now enabled, which is what we need to stake. Okay, very good. Now we'll go back. It says application is ready. We can come back to our staking. Keep in mind, we don't need to do the approval again. I did forget to mention that. Because we've transferred, all of the existing transactions were there, so you don't need to give approval a second time after you transfer to the ledger, because nothing on the blockchain itself changes. Now that blind signing is approved, we will attempt to stake these a second time. And we can see that gas is still pretty good. We're going to confirm the transaction, and then it'll say review transaction on our ledger. We're going to come across blind signing, amount 0 ETH, and then the fees are explained there, and we want to press accept and send, which we have just done. Now it'll take a bit of time, as it does when you're using a hot wallet. But if we come over here, we'll see that the transaction is currently pending. So we'll give it a few moments. I'll speed up the video. And our tokens are staked. Congratulations. We'll press OK. And now when we come down, going to refresh, and when we come down we'll see that both are currently staked, and it gives us the stake time there as well. So that's that. If you have any other questions, feel free to let me know in the Discord or on YouTube in the comments below. Send me a DM. I'm happy to help all of you guys, and I have so much love for all of you It's been an amazing ride in the Enigma Economy project, and I'm so happy to be there and to be able to help you guys where I can, and you guys have all been super helpful to me over the last few months as well. Thank you for watching this video. Take care and enjoy your weekends. Bye.